Hello Collective, this is Tarot from Aries Oracle doing your next 72 hours reading. Let's see what's coming out for the next 72 hours. What does the collective need to know? Spirit, angels, guides about what may be happening within the next 72 hours. We had a card that flipped over. Okay. It was the immortality card that flipped. But it didn't come out. I'm gonna take it though. Anything else? Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have electronicization. That word is so hard to say. Is that even a real word? Data, backup, digital. Okay, so some of you, you may be working on something. So I would just say that's a very quick message that if you're working on something that's very important, that is, like say you're working on something on your computer, tablet, or whatever, make sure to save it, you know. Also create a backup, just in case of anything. So the card immortality flipped over, resurrection, sublimation, pray, and infinity. Oh, sorry, it's not pray. It says piety. I read that wrong because I was reading it through the screen. So it's piety. That has to do with being pious, dedicated. Then we have basement, storage, imprisonment, and damp. Independent, free, lead, initiative, and unfinished business. It's not over, back and forth, and baggage. So from what I'm getting here, automatically just from the immortality card in the basement, I feel like something is going to be resurrected. Maybe something from the past. Maybe some, you know how on your phone or even on your social media, they have those like memories thing, but around this time last year, this, that, or the other. It's like an anniversary thing. So there may be something coming up that is going to bring up certain emotions within you, certain memories, probably something that you've long forgotten about, maybe coming up. And it may trigger something within you. It could possibly trigger sadness, anger, happiness. It could be anything, right? But with when I read free, lead, initiative, it may be something that may maybe remind you of something that you wanted to do. Maybe something you wanted to do, or something you wanted to do again. But this time you may be doing it on your own. So it could be anything. It could be like working on a project. Maybe you were working on a project or doing something in the past, but you were doing whatever that was with another person. If it's like a creative project or anything, or you were married and now you are single and you're just getting some sort of memory, or you know, that's being drawn up from the past, that's kind of causing you to initiate, probably causing you to reflect on the past and consider where you are now and where you want to go, where you're heading. And if it's something from the past, it may be something that may be unresolved that you need to go over. Maybe it's something where you feel like you may need some closure, and it could be with maybe there's something that you're going to find out that wasn't necessarily completed and that you need to complete now. It's probably going to be a reminder, and it's what's going to initiate you to take some sort of action with closing out a cycle. Possibly it could be within like maybe a past relationship. It could be with maybe some paperwork, maybe something to do with property, finances, money. It could be something like that. That's the first thing that came out. So I wonder how you feel about when your social media does that. Like, this time last year, you went to the Bahamas. I don't know. I don't have social media. I have social media, but I don't really be on it like that. I'm mostly on YouTube, so I don't get those prompts. I know sometimes my phone does that, but I turned that shit off because I was like, I don't want to be remembering certain things, you know? Oh, wow, this keeps falling. Curiosity. Curiosity popped out. So there may be something that you're curious about. Maybe there's someone that's curious about you that may want to invite you out for a drink, you know. Ooh, this is someone that may have some passionate thoughts about you, but this may be someone who may be thinking about the short term. They're not really thinking about the long term. So this may be some sort of person that you could possibly have a fling with, or have like a short term situationships, nothing really serious, you know. But I would say beware of that, because the thorns card is there. So you know, if depending on how you are and how the other person is, and if the relationship reaches a point where it has to end, you know, be sure that the person is one that ends things amicably, because you don't want to be drawing up some sort of drama in your life based off just because you were curious, because it's not worth it. You know, it's not just not worth it. Wow. Laziness, obsession, cruelty, and stupidity. Yeah. So I didn't know this card was like, so beware, you know, like sometimes we get caught up in the passion, we get caught up in the traction, but then you may choose the wrong person and you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. And then the person's like, what the hell, you don't, you know. And then you have somebody chasing you, stalking you, harassing you. So be careful like who you may be entertaining in that way, because it's not going to be worth it in the end for you. Okay, let's see what else comes out for the next 72 hours. And it could possibly be you are dealing with someone already, and it was something that started off because of curiosity, and then it kind of evolved into something where you are becoming you've gotten close to them, but it's something that you already know is not gonna go the distance. But then you're like, you may be reaching this point that you're like, oh, you know what, I'm no longer interested in this dynamic anymore, and the person may not agree with you in any way. So but either way, if it's something that you're not currently in, and it's somebody that you may end up meeting, but you already know it's not going to go anywhere, just be careful, because you don't want to be tied to someone that may have really low vibing energy that may end up attaching to you, and then causing there to be some disruption in your life, especially with your peace and your stability and your mental health, you know. Okay, let me go into my love oracle cards. What messages do you have for love for the next 72 hours? This card fell out. Ooh, intimacy and clarity. These two came out together. Truth, intentions, honesty, and intimacy. Bonding, sensual, and confiding. So this is separate from the other readings, because yeah, the energy feels different. Confusion. Okay, so some of you, oh, I like that the purple and the orange is there. Okay. I feel like some of you may be in some relationship. I don't know what kind of relationship, you will know, but maybe there's some sort of clarity that's coming in about your relationship with a specific person. Is maybe you may be wondering if the person that you are dealing with, if they are someone that you can see the long term with, you know, is this somebody that you can have a relationship, a long-term relationship? Is this someone that has been honest with you? This could be somebody that you are attracted to, and you know, you get along well. You may be getting along well, but there may be some sort of confusion about what exactly your relationship is. You know, maybe some of you have been intimate with this person, and intimacy can be anything. It could be you confided with each other, you know, you spoke about certain, like your past, your secrets. It could even go as far as it being a physical intimacy. So depending on your situation, you may be having some sort of clarity, or after having some sort of confusion, or maybe you are confused and you would like some clarity about the intimate relationship you're currently in with someone. Okay, I'm gonna get one more card. Escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. Maybe some of you with the confusion, you're not exactly sure how you feel about this person or how this person feels about you. So you may be considering creating some space and distance between you two until there is some sort of clarity. You know, you want to know, like, is this only, like, if it's just an intimate relationship, is it just that? Or is there, you know, with time and space and distance, you know, will this person still want to deal with me even if I don't want to be intimate anymore or be as openly intimate? Curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. So some of you may be letting your fears get in your own way. Maybe this person is very honest with you, very clear, but then maybe past experiences has you feeling confusion because you see that the situation is kind of similar to past situation, but the person is different, and maybe you're not feeling the same vibe, but then you still have those fears, those concerns popping up in your mind. You know, this card was on pride. It could be about your ego. Maybe some of you may be wanting to protect your ego. You don't want to get hurt again, especially if it's something that you've experienced in the past. Like I mentioned, you know, you're seeing some things that are kind of similar to the past, but then it's like maybe the person's not the same as the other person, but there's certain similarities, and it's like you're trying to discern whether this person is going to lead you down the same path a previous relationship did. But in the bottom of the deck, we have peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. I feel like with this, it's about you finding that peace and harmony within yourself, but also having communicating and speaking your piece. You finding out what the other person is thinking or feeling about your relationship, and that could also be what provides you some sort of clarity and deciding whether or not it's a situation that you want to continue giving into or something that you want to walk away from. Yeah. I think some of you look in the bottom, mistakes and the stress. Maybe you don't want to make the same mistakes that you made in the past. You don't want to experience the same stress that those mistakes manifested, you know, in the past. That you don't want to experience that in the present. So I feel like the best thing for you to do is just communicate with the person how you're feeling about your dynamic and what exactly the relationship is, and then just so that you can decide whether or not you want to continue giving to it or move away, and just to maintain your peace, maintain your harmony, retain your balance, and not allow yourself to fall into a negative mindset or to kind of cause yourself to constantly go back and forth about whether or not, you know, the situation is something that is going to go the distance or if it's just something that's short term, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the reading there. If this reading resonates with you at all for the next 72 hours, and it's whenever you see this video, if it does resonate at all, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. Please leave a comment for me. I would love your engagement. And yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and this reading, and I hope it helps you in some way. Take care. Bye.